All right, so here's the machine. We're back with this. IQ did get back to me. They sent me another blade. So let me go ahead and open this and go from there. This is going to be in hopes to try to remediate, you know, getting the first black blade, which doesn't cut and cuts kind of crooked. So we do have a case kind of open up. So they recommend using dressing stones. These are masonry professional dressing stones. I guess they are made by IQ, so for use with masonry materials. 4 diamond blades. Okay, so we'll give one of these a whirl, you know, to dress the blade, the first one. I'll leave that up top. I am going to change out the center channels too, just because these are a little bit worn, and the filter we already did. So now what we're going to do next is put on that new blade, and like I said, change out these center channels. Hopefully that'll keep the blade a little bit straighter, keep it from angling out. So let me get this blade out. I'll show you guys how to, well, here, I'll show you now. You're going to take out these guys. This one's just a hinge, so this will swing open. That stays in, okay? You take out this little guy, this kicks open, and then we'll have the center pin here. If you don't know where it is on your machine, it should be on the back of it here. You'll have that guy there. Take this guy out. Let me get some lights on too. It's a little dark in here. That's going to be what you need to take these guys off, and mine are kind of loose already anyway. So let me turn the lights on. All right, hopefully that's a little bit better. Like I said, take these guys out, screw them out all the way. Convention. Pull this up. This guy. We'll take out that center arbor. So I'll lock the blade here. I'll grab it, and then, you know, I'll pull it off. Okay. Loosen this guy off. Make sure you guys don't drop the washer, and there's a lock nut. So there's a washer, little lock nut. Other than that, there's nothing on there. Here's the, oh, I lied. There is another washer. It's a lock. It only goes one way, so don't be too scared if you pull it off and do what I did. Drop it. It only goes on one way. Then this guy goes on top of it like that. So pull this guy off. Take this guy out. And the blade also can only go on one way, which to lift the blade is probably easier. Little hinge pin. Pull this little lock pin here. You'll press the blade down, and then you'll pull this out, and then you can swing the blade out. There we go. All right. Like I said, this one isn't even too worn, you know. I'll dress it later. I'm not gonna dress it right now because I actually need the machine. So the blade they sent me is the orange blade, 16.5-er. Pull this guy out. Jeez, this is a thick blade, man. If you guys want a part number, let me see if I can get you a part number here. I know some of you guys are gonna want it. This is harder material, HM2. Part number is MASQX 16-125-QD-HM2. So it's a really long name, but pretty sure it's considered just an HM2 blade, hard material 2. So if you need to find it, that's the blade you want. It's orange. Here it is, HM2. So let's see if we can get that guy on. Which again, it only goes on one way, so it's gonna go on this way, and boom. Show you here real quick. I'm a little shaky. It only goes on, like I said, you can only put it on one way. So if you invert it, it's not gonna work because this has like a little curve to it, but that's the way it's supposed to go, and it cuts that way, so the grooves face backwards. Okay, so as we said, same thing with the placeholder of the lock nut. That goes on one way, and then you put your lock bolt on there. Okay, so it is hand tight. I usually hold it with my hand. Give it like a little, just snug it up, nothing too crazy. Just roll this guy down. Feed these in by hand. All right, once you put this on, feed these in by hand, because like I said, this stuff is soft material, it's soft metal. You don't want to strip it out, or else you're going to be in for a world of problems, which nobody wants to have. We already have enough problems daily on the job sites as is, so we don't need any more. You know, there's times I wish I had a camera person, kind of make these probably a little bit nicer for you guys, but can't afford one yet. So all right, so those are snug, and I literally just go snug, you know. I don't you know, go crazy on it, don't torque on it, just snug them up. And then, so you don't lose this, put it back where it goes, right in there. I can't stress that enough. I'm hoping I don't have to pull it back out, so you know, let's hope, to cross our fingers. But that's it, that's all we need that for. Let me put this blade away. Okay, let me pull out that dressing stone here. I want you guys to get a look at it. Now, I'm sure there's other brands around that have these, so if you guys got one, feel free to use your own. But it's a fancy little IQ stone. Kind of feels like a sharpening stone actually, but I guess it's designed for diamond blades, so cool. We'll put a couple slices in this, you know, hopefully it'll last us just enough to dress this guy up, and we'll go from there. Take it to the job site and get a little video of it there running. Let me grab the channels. These should be just press-ins, and you'll have, I believe it's 3. Yep, there's one in here. Let me see if I can get one out actually. Maybe not. Jesus. Oh, there it is. There it goes. Yep, just pop them out. You'll slide the new ones in, or you'll struggle like I did. Should just slide right up. Okay, there's that one. And try to pull them out in the order that you keep them, in the order you pull them out. Don't listen to me. Do as I say, not as, do as I'm doing, not as I'm saying. Jesus, this one's wedged in there. In case some of you are asking why I'm changing these out, here's a quick glance at the new ones. Look at the spacing between them. See? And then let me see if I can find the exact copy of this one. It's probably going to be, these two look the same. So this guy, look at that. Big difference. So, you know, that blade has a little bit more room to wobble. It's the reason I'm changing these guys out. So, you know, I'm trying to do everything I can, try to ensure that the blade's going to cut just right. So here, I'll leave these here, like I said, in the order that I pulled them out. And then looks like the front and the middle are the same. The back one is the one that's a little bit different because it squares up in the end. Okay, has a little roundness to it. It doesn't square up. These square up, this one does not. This one's a little bit more rounded in the back. You see it matches that guy. So this is the one that goes in the very back. This guy goes here in the middle like that, and then we'll have this guy here going in the front. Cool. So let me grab some compressed air before I try to slide them in there, and then we'll plop them in, run the blade, do the dressing stone, probably do a test run. I got a piece of brick somewhere over there. We'll let you know what we think. So let me go ahead and do that, install those, clean that out. I'll get you right back here in a minute. Okay, so I got those clicked in there. They do click into place. I used about 40 psi for compressed air. It was actually a little dirtier than I thought it'd be, but not too bad, not too bad. 3 little sections click into place. That's what it'll look like at the end. Okay, you will have a little protrusion here, nothing crazy, just like a little ridge, but it'll butt up nice here at the back at the end. Okay, here's the dressing stone. Let's whip it up, try to cut into it a little bit, get the blade sharpened, as they say, as they ask. The first initial cut, we're going to cut through these. This thing's quieting down. As you saw, it cut into the plastic. We got some segments already that are out. Okay. What we're gonna do now is I'm gonna take one of these bricks. I'm gonna run it through it. The same material that we use. It's Unilock. We'll see how it starts cutting it. Okay. I'll make a cut through it. We'll check it with the speed square. I'm gonna leave it centered up here. Look, so it's as square as it can get. That it made. Here's both sides. I want to say we're still angled though. Let's grab our speed square here. Square it up. Here's our speed square. And I don't know if you guys see that, but the bottom is hitting the speed square. Okay. It's close. Okay, let's do the other break just in case you guys see. But it's still got a slant to it. For some odd reason, it is still slanting. I'll move this brick out of the way. I don't know if you guys can see that. Let me try to get in a little closer. On the speed square, look at the top will hit, the bottom's still open. You got a wide gap on the bottom. Like I said, it's about a variance about 1/8 of an inch on the bottom. You guys see? I don't know if you guys can see the bottom of the brick there. But the top is hitting, you know. So obviously we got something else going on with it, because that's the blade sharpened and everything. So like I said, we might have to adjust this guy. Okay, so we got the blade, you know, the machine or the table cutting real good. I locked it up already. I'm gonna get ready to take it. The final cut that I did was actually not bad. I could work with it, but this is the last cut. It almost looks perfect. There's still a little bit of a slight, you know, misalignment on it, but it's hair thin. So what we're gonna have to do on the next one here is we're actually gonna have to take off the blade or the table. We're gonna have to readjust all of it because it is a little bit out of alignment. It's not perfectly level. So what that's gonna entitle is taking this guy off and centering the center. If you got one that's like mine, you'll center the center wheels level. From there, we're gonna stick it back on the table. We're gonna loosen up these nuts here on the inside to be able to adjust the back wheels. Okay, and I'm actually gonna have to see if I'm gonna have to adjust these guys too, so that all of them can be spinning at the same time, so they all make contact with the surface. First, we'll probably clean this guy. I do recommend to take like a little Scotch-Brite pad or something, because it did feel a little burry. This is just a tube, and it's supposed to be, you know, nice and flush and smooth, but This guy isn't, and this is just like almost like a little channel ridge. So it does feel like there's a couple little burrs in there, so I probably should have cleaned that first. But like I said, I need to take this guy out and use it. So it'll work for now, but we're gonna pull out the table. We're gonna set it on something level. Get these two center wheels, which are the first adjustments. Level those guys out so it's centered. Okay, so that's center and level. And then we'll go to the front, adjust the front wheel, go to the back, adjust the back wheel. And then once it's on here, those are the bottom wheels. So the top wheels we'll go on and we'll adjust so that they sit here and touch the surface. Okay, because we're gonna have some play on there. So that's it for now. We'll take it. We'll see you here shortly on the next one. Beyond Machinery.